No fucking way, gang.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
Devin Haney is one of the most highest paid. So I don't think that it's him. I believe that it's just that Keyshawn is 15 fights in. Devin Haney been in there with Lomachenko. So I wouldn't say it's because of Devin Haney. I think it's the fact that you got Keyshawn Davis coming up in weight, and I don't think he's garnered that much money or network experience. I was gone a couple weeks, so you thought I was done, right? Wrong. Wrong. Boxing and Bullish. We back, motherfucker. What's up, YouTube? Salute to my B&B Nation. Welcome to another episode of Boxing and Bullish. I am your host, Dev the Smoke. Remember, if you like this content, subscribe, like, comment, share, and we getting ready to jump into this boxing shit. Let's get it.
Round one.
So, for round one, what we're going to do is just listen to this debate between Bill Haney and Keyshawn's coach, Coach Dorsett. And in this debate, Bill is basically going to expose Coach Dorsett and Keyshawn. They are absolutely silly. They are silly if they think that Keyshawn, by him ducking and not fighting, is going to raise the value, and he's going to get the money that he asked for, because they're going to see how important he was to Devin Haney for this fight. What he don't understand is that his value is what it is. They did give him a higher amount of value than what he's actually worth. He didn't cost top ranked money. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this and then react to it. Let's go.
Give the people a rest. If you're not going to do nothing, man, give the people a rest. We are disappointed in you. We're disappointed in your
We're disappointed at y'all, bro.
We're disappointed. Listen, what you did was you started this shit. You had all the answers. You had everything. You didn't want no questions. You said what it was going to be. And then it turned out you got disappeared. When I said, listen, when I told you, when I came looking for him, he told me to get the fuck on.
Oh, man.
He said, listen, what is he looking for me? What does he want to talk for?
Stop it right there. So first off, how can y'all be disappointed in them, in Bill, where they offered y'all the biggest purse you ever had? How can you be disappointed in getting double $3 million as opposed to what your highest purse was 1.5? It sounds like you pocket watching. You so worried about what Devin been getting and what you think is worth because of what Devin been getting. It sounds like you pocket watching. Let's keep going.
Y'all didn't want to talk to me at all. He said I didn't know nothing.
Now, I'm gonna let you talk. Just let me go after it. Let me go after you. You want to talk? Then let me talk.
I done said it. Now look at y'all. Look.
That's right. Just look at you. Just look at you. You gonna be on the shelf for 2027. Let's just take a look at the fact that Keyshawn Davis has already ruined his stock just from missing weight twice. And the last time, it ruined his whole event, where he was the headliner. You got your sister singing the national anthem. You got your brothers, all your brothers on the undercard. Kelvin got beat. Y'all jump on Near Albright. Jump on Wu. Because he beat your brother up. And you miss weight. You the headliner. Fight gets canceled. You don't think that cost top rank money? You don't think that dropped your marketability? Silly if you think that you're supposed to be getting paid more money.
Let me respond to that. Because we talking about Keyshawn saying, why are you talking about the negotiations on fucking social media? We're trying to have a conversation, bro. Yo, I just...
As anybody doing the most talking on social media is Shakur, is Keyshawn. Y'all the ones popping. Y'all the ones steady going. Keyshawn did whole skits. Oh, I'm coming to the hood. I'm Craig. I'm the brick. You see him take his belt off, whooping on the wall. Y'all did whole skits. If anybody was on social media popping, it was you.
Listen,
let me ask the question.
Dog, nobody negotiates millions on social media. That's what you were doing.
No.
Nobody negotiates millions on social media. You telling people, oh, he turned down this. You trying to build up the narrative like we was ducking y'all. Y'all know for certain nobody wants to see Devin fight nobody but Keyshawn.
Okay.
What he was asking for was not. You said what?
What people were you talking to get the money that you?
I said nobody wants to see Keyshawn fight. Devin fight anybody but Keyshawn right now.
You see the important question Bill asked. What people were you talking to get the money? Y'all think he was worth so much, and then Keyshawn got on there and said, I know already what I'm gonna get. I already know the whole deal. What people was y'all talking to? Because at the end of the day, you saw what you was gonna get. What people did you have in the bag? Inquiring minds want to know.
And y'all seeing it in real time.
What's your justification of the money that you feel that you earned? Have anybody told you or approached you or said that you were worth more than $3 million?
Bingo. See, that's what we talking about. What people told you that you was gonna get more than $3 million? That's double than what you already, the highest you ever got. What make you think that they was gonna give you more? You done already messed up events. You done already showed that you could be a risk. So, what people were you talking to that was gonna give you more than $3 million?
Has anybody came up to you and said, we want to fight? We want to.
That was so dumb. You answered the question with a question.
Let me ask you the question
dumb.
again. Has anyone promised you guys more than $3 million?
Nope. He about to say something stupid. I already see how his hand is. How his hand is like this. He like that. He about to say something stupid. I already can tell you that right now. Just listen to this.
Doing a comparison to what we've been paid in the past. We know what it's worth now.
That's how the market works.
We know what it's worth now. We know what
Who
it's
told
worth
you
now.
you was worth more?
Come on, y'all already done did the. Listen, don't copy paste don't copy paste what the fans is already saying. Don't copy paste what the fans is already saying. They actually looking at you for guidance, clarity, understanding of what's actually going on.
See how
Don't repeat the damn thing.
That's why I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, because my man is just talking.
Go ahead.
He not saying nothing that makes sense as far as numbers.
You went to the open market. So you went to the open market lying that you didn't know what was going to happen. There was nobody that was going to give you more than the $3 million that was offered.
Flat out. Y'all went out there talking about, oh, we know we know what's gonna happen. That like he knew he was gonna get more than that money that they offered him, that $3 million they offered. And look what happened. Ain't nobody do that. First of all, that's how the market is dictated. That's how your pay is dictated, based on the going rate, based on the market. Your going rate really was the 1.5 that you got, the highest. They came at you with $3 million. They doubled you up. Your last performance against Jermaine, that's your Jermaine Ortiz, Lima, Dennis Baranchi. That's your best 3 fights. You 15-0. You never fought nobody at 147. What makes you think you was worth more than $3 million? They ended up offering you less. Then you want to come back to the table. And this is how we know it was a duck. Because after that, Bob Arum came back to you and said we'll give you the $3 million, and you still ducked it. That's how you know it's a duck. Take that $3 million after you didn't get it in the purse bid, and it got offered to you again. We know that your marketability, you're not getting 5. You should just know that you're not getting 5. 3 is the highest. And so if they offered that to you, you still didn't take it, you officially a quack. You're a duck.
That was it. You want me to respond to that?
What do you have to say about that?
Once again, he's worth, and he's proven that that fight is worth more than what that.
Who?
No, I'm saying it. Okay. So
he's proven that he's worth that.
Okay. Who said that?
Who said that? Yeah. Who gave you that information? How is it
that's coming up here calling him a duck, they're really just saying, damn, I want to see Keyshawn. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that Liam Carroll shit. We don't want to see you pulling out Boots. We know you don't want no parts of Boots. We know that you don't want no damn parts of Boots. We know that you ain't fighting Tank. We know that you ain't gonna fight Shakur. We know we talking about real.
See, that's how you know. This is why I wasn't gonna listen to the whole thing. This is how you know there's a lot of dumb shit coming out of his mouth. Because he doing all that hollering and basically trying to low-key insult Devin instead of talking intelligently about them numbers. Like Bill had asked him a simple question. Instead of that, he doing all that hollering talk. We know you didn't want to fight Tank. We know you didn't want to fight Tank. Dude, just answer the question. How did you know? How did you get the idea? Who told you that you was gonna get more than $3 million? Simple question.
I want that fight with Ryan.
Calling all these dudes out. Is that all y'all do?
I'm answering.
You and Shakur, Keyshawn, y'all just throw out all these other fighters at Devin Haney.
Answer this question.
You don't want to fight Ryan no more.
That
what?
That Devin needed after that Ryan Garcia ass whooping. Like,
look, y'all keep pressing that. This is the stupidest part of this whole thing.
Because you're a great talker, and I love the way that you actually coach that man back up. It takes a whole lot of. It takes a whole.
This is what I didn't appreciate about this whole thing. This was a stupid whole thing right here.
What exactly do you think that Devin brings to the table that can stop Keyshawn from giving him that same therapeutic ass whooping?
Why would you ask if your mans ain't even fighting? And Devin Haney turned it down. It's not like Devin Haney said he didn't want to fight Keyshawn. It's the other way around, brother. Keyshawn didn't want to fight Devin. How is you talking about what is Devin going to bring to the... We would never know. You know why? Because your man's ducked. That's why.
Ask 2 questions, and it might take you to listen a little bit more than you talk.
Schooling.
The first question was, what do we do to prepare Devin to be in the place that he is? And on
these dudes are so ignorant acting.
Level. What we did is we whipped the shit out of Brian Norman Jr. in front of the world when they said that Devin wasn't the favorite. When they said that he was the underdog, we stepped up and whipped the boogeyman at 147 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. He talking about no. Yes, he did. No. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. They went up to 147, and who was Keyshawn whooped at 147? Who was Keyshawn whooped at 147? Once again, his top 3 fights: Dennis Baranchik, Lima, mainly because Lima came in super overweight, trying to basically cheat with his overweightness, and got knocked all the way out. Somebody that's tough as hell, but he ain't no world beater. And Jermaine Ortiz. Yes, you stopped him in the last round. Didn't look that great throughout the fight, for real. Yes, you stopped him. Great stoppage. However, he's not a world beater either. I don't get it. Oh, no.
I'm answering the question, man. Now, your second question
was,
what do I think, what do I think Debo has for Keyshawn Davis? Is that it? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking all they even show up.
Perfect answer. Your boy ain't even show up. How we gonna know how it would have went? It's not Devin's fault he didn't. It's not. What did y'all want to do? Oh, y'all give me some more. Give me some of your money. Give me some of your money. Man, y'all are ignorant. This man is more accomplished than Keyshawn. Why should he take a cut like that for you? Keyshawn is not that big. He's not that great yet. He hasn't done multiple divisions. He's not a multi-division champion. He's not. Yeah, what, one title defense? If that? I don't even know if he had a defense. He's not that great. What make you think when Devin won his belts, he took a cut? He got paid 20%, 25%. He didn't get paid the big cut when he went and beat Kambosos both times. And he did it in Australia. What make you think y'all deserve more, or he should cut into his money to satisfy Keyshawn's delusional pay demands? You don't deserve it yet.
I had a lot of plans, but clearly, listen, we're not going to be able to think because y'all stopped answering your phone and you stopped negotiating.
We was negotiating. When did the negotiations stop? When the negotiations stop? We still negotiating now. You don't have a fight.
You said, wait, hold on. You said, get the fuck off my line, OG. What is he calling for? What is it to talk about? That's what you guys said. You said that we'll see at purse bid, correct?
He did say that on the live Dorsett.
Okay.
On his Instagram live.
Coach Dorsett, I'm asking.
Okay.
What you guys said.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This is still a part of the negotiation right here.
No, it ain't.
No.
You sound dumb saying that.
We're
You
still
know,
a
your
part
boy
of the
say get the
negotiation
F
right
off
here.
my
The
line.
people still want to see the fight.
That's not
Y'all
no
don't have an opponent.
negotiation. Sound
Y'all
dumb
don't
saying
have an
that.
opponent, and people still want to see the fight. Do you think the fight is worth that?
I'm gonna stop it right there. I think I've seen enough. So, basically, Coach Dorsett, I know you taking up for your boy Keyshawn, but you ain't got a clue. I'm trying to figure this out, where you coming from and what's your angle. But in my eyes, you don't have a clue. See, negotiations is not done by telling somebody to get the F off my line. That's not negotiating. Negotiating is you get an offer, then you send a counter offer, then the other person may send another counter offer, and then until it's accepted and y'all meet somewhere in the middle. That's negotiations. What he just described is Keyshawn blowing him all the way off and saying, what's there to talk about? When I'm so tired of these young fighter, young boy shit between him, Shakur. I'm disappointed in the both of them. I honestly think that Shakur has a lot to do with Keyshawn too. Even though they grown men, Keyshawn make his own decisions. I still think that it's a lot of manipulation because I peeped it when Shakur basically came in and said, well, I'll fight you at 144, and then all of a sudden Keyshawn got moved to #1 contender at 147 and never had a fight at 147. Come on, man. Come on. And then you got Jay Prince lobbying to the WBO to make him #1 contender, to make him his mandatory for Devin Haney. That don't sound weird? And then you got Shakur coming back out. Well, you know, I'll take the favor, but I don't want to step on Keyshawn's toes. So, you know, if that's Keyshawn's fight, you got it, little bro. Come on, man. No. That don't even sound right. You got this dude, get off my line, old man. You got Shakur, leave me alone. You ain't never heard that from your fighters. And by the way, Shakur, I don't give a damn. You ain't nothing like your mentors. And I love you as a fighter. I do think you the number one boxer in the game as far as boxing. But whatever your flaws, your personality flaws or whatever, all that stuff come out on social media and Twitter and all that when you on there doing your thing and putting all that junk out on Twitter, on X. And some of the stuff that's coming out right now is making you look bold. It's making you look bold, man. It's making you look like you a manipulator. Like you manipulate your young dogs and you put them in front of your ops. You know what I'm saying? It's making it look like that. And Keyshawn, I thought you was the businessman. That's dumb business. I don't know what kind of business you do, but that's dumb business. That's dumb business. You are in this thing for making money, but you gotta crawl for you run. You trying to run before you even walk. And you could have did what Devin did and really put your legacy in motion. You could have took the little $3 million. That $3 million is definitely more than you ever been paid. Could have took that $3 million, went out there, showed that, hey, I'm better than Devin Haney, whooped Devin Haney, and guess what? Now you call the shots on your money. Now your legacy is in motion, just like Devin Haney did. We're going to move on into round 2.
Round 2.
It's boxing. That's how we make boxing great again. There needs to be some entertainment into this, right? So we know one another enough to know what triggers us. We know possibly secrets that people don't know, and I think that also is the friendship stuff that we hear and we see today in boxing that needs to be taken away.
But now I barely want to see the fight. See, because throughout this whole press conference, Rolly Romero the whole time was glazing T.O. Like, I understand y'all are friends, but he don't even sound like he really want to damage him. So for round 2, we're going to go ahead and just do another reaction to the face-off that Rolly and T.O. just did recently on DAZN. Now, I already spoke on this. Now, if Rolly was the same Rolly he was when he fought Tank and him and T.O., they didn't like each other for real, this would be a very interesting fight. Being like it is, with Rolly's whole demeanor being different than it has been in the past, with Rolly and T.O. being such good friends, the question was raised. Is this a fight that we actually want to see? Is Rolly going to be in there trying to knock T.O.'s head off? And I gotta say, I don't think so. And I'm basing it off of the press conference, and I'm basing it off of his face-off. And also, the same thing when he did the Black Two Sugars with Showbiz Diodog. His personality, he's a funny dude, but it's fight time, and he don't have the same vicious streak that we seen in the past when it was against guys that he really wanted to beat. Let's just take a look at the face-off between Rolly and T.O., and we're going to react to it.
It's like my little brother.
Yeah, I suppose, you know.
We spent a lot of time together. A lot of time.
In and out the ring.
Yeah. Not as of recently, but we did spend a lot of time. You know, life goes on, you know. It's like, you know, he has his family, you know, he has kids, he has everything. I'm focusing on my own stuff, you know, so we don't get spent up. On top of that, too, he's not really in Vegas a lot of the time. Now he is again, I guess. But, yeah, and it's like we kind of switched spots. I went to Miami, he came to Vegas, you know.
You can kind of tell that Rolly is a little bit more bitter about their friendship kind of slowing down or not being the same as it was in the past than T.O. T.O.'s still trying to keep the poker face. He know that they are friends, but he also know that it's fight time, and he not trying to be too mushy.
But we're here. You know, he's a champ, and, you know, I want to thank the champ for, you know, giving me the opportunity to step here and, you know, get in the ring with him and, you know, try to take over.
I gotta say thank you, dude, too. I mean, but you helped me out a lot. You know, and you know how. You helped me out a lot.
How did he help you out?
Well, sure. I mean, I remember after he beat Nakatani, I remember, I was in a bad place financially. I remember Tio gave me $5K out of nowhere. He just calls me randomly. He's like, how you doing? I'm like, yeah, Tio, he's like, how you doing? I'm like, out of nowhere, he just sends me $5K, and, bro, that money did so much for me.
See, when stuff like that come up and stories like that, you know these guys is close. And it's like, I don't know if this fight is going to be good. Rolly got you could tell he got a lot of love in his heart for Tio. And I don't know if he's going to be able to come out and actually try to damage Tio. And I know Tio is knowing in his mind that Rolly making this fight hard to sell. He making this fight hard to sell. And Tio knows that. You can probably see it in the look in his face right now. He know that this fight is being harder and harder to sell because people are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Rolly don't want to fight Tio for real. He gonna give him that belt.
Really, I can't really say anything bad,
Is it strange? Is it going to be strange to go into the ring and try to knock each other out?
It's just Rolly's a lot of people.
Same thing I posed. Y'all supposed to be trying to knock each other out. I don't know if that's going to be how this fight going to be. And I'm interested to see it just because it's Rolly against Tio. So I want to see the fight. I'm interested to see how Rolly is going to attack. That's what I'm looking to see.
Visual. I mean, this guy's freaking mining now, doing all these other things. So I think that what he's doing is just for the love of the sport.
But, got bread.
But I think that he's financially at the point of his career. So, but
yeah, Rolly, he was known as a trader too. He knew how to trade. He was a forex trader. So Rolly know how to work money, and he got businesses. And I think this probably will be his last fight. I do think so. I think that he accomplished a lot in his career, more than I thought he would. That's for sure. I didn't think he had that ability to accomplish the things he accomplished, but he did. He proved me wrong. I think that this is his going away fight. He gonna give his belt away to Tio because that's his homie, that's his best friend, that's his brother, and he gonna give that belt away. And he got businesses and money and things like that where he'll be able to ride off into the sunset. But I don't think Rolly's mind is into violence and boxing like he was before. I think that he doing this to help Tio. He's fine as far as money is concerned, even though he did mention that he lost $14 million. That's probably his career earnings is $14 million. I don't think that he probably made all of that in his career. And he went through $14 million. That could be one of the reasons he came back, just to get a quick come up, as far as money is concerned. But I don't think so. I doubt it. I think that he's more so back to put Tio back in position. He helping his brother.
Yeah, man, we're here. This is it. I mean, I signed mine. He signed his. We spoke on it through our legal team, and now we're facing each other.
Is it going to be strange at all for you to go out there? You got great power, to try to use that power on a guy you're friends with.
I mean, a boxing fight's a boxing fight. Sparring session, boxing fight, boxing fight, It's like, whatever happens, it's whatever God's will is. If it's God's will, Teofimo will be world champion. If it's God's will, I remain champion. Continue.
See, See, that answer is too convenient. If it's God's will. What do that mean? Are you going to do it or not? Yes, God has the final answer, but what are you going to do? God gave you the ability to go in there and knock guys out. God put that belt in your hands. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit up and walk around and let Tio bop you around for 12 rounds to take your belt? Or are you going to go in there and try to knock Tio out? That's basically the question he was asking you. We know it's God's will. God got the will whether you wake up in the morning or not. You might not even wake up the day of the fight. That's God's will too. But when it's time to fight and that bell rings, what are you going to do? That's the real question.
All right, then tell me about these sparring sessions? Because we have guys that fight each other a lot that spar each other in the past. What do you remember about?
I showed a clip of the sparring session.
One thing I remember of Rolly is just he doesn't quit.
Rolly is honest. At least he spoke on it. At least he spoke on when he caught the body shot. He got hurt with the body shot.
Damn elbows, bro. But other than that, yeah, man, he's grown. He's done much better
what's
now
the
in his
difference
career.
between that and what's going to happen in the real fight?
That part for me.
Rolly has gotten better. I won't say a lot better, but he's definitely gotten better since they sparred. I don't know if it's going to be the exact same way, but Tio put in that work.
Yeah,
and we'll see.
We were going to originally
they got a lot of history.
We really knew how we met? At the Olympic qualifiers in Colorado Springs for the 2016 Rio.
May 23rd, 2015.
He had glasses at the time. I remember seeing him. He was in my weight class. Well, we were in the same weight class, and we were going to fight. But he was just mad dogging me. And that's how and I mad dogged him. And then throughout that whole tournament, it was a 5-day tournament, no hate.
That's what we missing. The Rolly Mad Dog. Rolly used to have that Mad Dog stare. We stare you down, big old unibrow going on, and he just staring you down, looking crazy raw. Now he did that with Tio before they was friends. That's the Rolly we want to see now. Now this Rolly is like, he too mild. We like the spicy Rolly where he was stare you down, grim you. He don't know you. He just grimming your ass. That's the Rolly we miss. This Rolly right here, he too mild.
He was winning. He was knocking dudes out in the tournament. And every day, we would just get one step closer. One step closer. We were going to meet in the finals.
Yeah, I ended up losing to Renato Gomez.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the number one ranked kid in the country until Teofimo ended up beating him.
So who got the better of these sparring sessions, to your memories?
I believe Tio got the better. Truly. Remember, we both had our moments.
Everybody had their moments for sure.
Yeah.
Tio being nice, because we saw it, and when Tio wanted to be raw, he posted the sparring to Oscar De La Hoya and said he gonna take this belt from fake champ. So, come on, Tio, you already done showed your hand, so it's too late to try to go back on it now.
This guy, don't sleep on this motherfucker. He playing this other character right now.
You think that he's playing
for
a character?
Sure, for fuck. He said it earlier. You ain't hear it? Don't tell you with your left hand.
Tio's selling the fight. He know Rolly not selling the fight. He know Rolly is being too mild, too nice, too friendly. We two good buddies. That's not gonna sell the fight. Yes, friends can fight friends, and y'all are showing that, but we see why they don't take. It don't look good because we know y'all friends, and we wondering, are you going to try to actually knock your friend out?
For sure, man. And now he's the super WBA welterweight world champion. He is the guy, and looking over here to do what I can on my side and just make boxing great again.
It's like we've both been here before. You're gonna get another opportunity, and like I said, the irony, you got this opportunity. I gave you this opportunity out of nowhere.
What do you think?
There you have it. Honestly, perfect situation for Rolly. If it was anybody that he would want to give that belt to or drop that belt to, it would be Teofimo Lopez. That was a perfect opportunity for him to do. That's it. I mean, honestly, I feel like this is Rolly's last hurrah. I think that he is a businessman. He's going to concentrate on his businesses and the things that he's doing outside of boxing. And he's going to give that belt to Tio and let Tio bounce his career back. That's what I think. Because Rolly don't want to fight nobody. He already mentioned he only want to fight big fights. Big fights. And without that belt is leverage. Without the belt, you have no leverage. Because nobody's jumping up trying to fight Rolly without nothing to go with it. With that belt, that's leverage. That's something where you can get big fights. You can get people to want to fight you for the big money, the belt, because they want to unify the belts. But that's other than that. There's no real market for Rolly right now. Like, nobody's jumping up just wanting to call Rolly Romero out just because of his skill level and I want to be the most skilled fighter, so I want to beat Rolly Romero. Nobody's doing that. Rolly gets called out because he got that belt, and one of these other guys want to unify or become a new champion. That's it.
And I mean, that didn't go through, and then I mean, like I said, Teal's gonna step up to fight anybody. That's the reason why he accomplished what he did quicker than anyone else.
See, this is what I mean.
Same thing with me.
The glazing.
I'll fight anybody. That's the reason why I'm where I'm at too. I mean, sure, Teal became undisputed with how many fights? 16? Completely with everything. You beat Lomachenko at your 16th fight, no?
Yeah, but apparently it's boxing. I'm not undisputed. Technically.
But regardless of everything, we're both gonna end up in the Hall of Fame.
That right there is too much. It's too much glazing. The fight is going to be harder and harder to sell if you got one of the fighters not showing that they are going to be aggressive. And this is the thing about Rolly. Rolly, your saving grace is your power. Nobody's looking for boxing ability. Nobody thinking you gonna come and be like Shakur and outbox T.O. We looking for knockout, because that's what you do. That's your whole MO. That's your whole saving grace. If you want to see Rolly, then you are looking to see him try to knock somebody out or get knocked out. This is either or with Rolly. You either gonna get stopped or he gonna knock somebody out. Now, if you in there and it's your best friend across the ring from you, and all you can do is talk about how good this guy is, and he's going to the Hall of Fame, and yada, 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 we are not thinking that you are going to go in there with the intentions of knocking T.O. out. And that's going to make this fight harder to sell. And Teofimo Lopez knows that out of anybody, because he's one of the guys that loves to try to sell his fights. And if the other guy's not really cooperating, it's going to make the fight harder to sell. We're going to move on to round 3.
Round 3.
Errol Spence, easy work. Devin Haney, easy work. Terrence Bud Crawford, easy work.
Before it started.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I've been
fucked him up.
I would have knocked him the fuck out. And it is the reason why, you know what I mean, they went the other way.
He's not a 54, he's a 68 pounder or a 60. That's where he fighting at now. That's where he feel comfortable at, 60 or 68. And you know it got to be a big fight, so you know what I'm saying? Crawford already told him what to do, and he still ain't happened. Y'all still ain't paying attention to that. If you want to get Crawford out of retirement, then say what he said. Tell him, I knocked Crawford ass out. The only way you're going to get Crawford to come back, and I hope he not get upset at me about this, but he said this on his own, so I'm just kind of amplifying what he said. Whoever there is that needs to say it says, I will beat Crawford ass. I will knock him out. I'm way better than him. I do everything better than Crawford. So now he put all these things in the right type of way, and then we might have something then. I don't know.
So for round 3, this is very interesting, very exciting. So Boots just was chirping on $1 million worth of game, popped off, said Bud will be easy work. Bud came back and said, I knocked Boots the F out. I would have knocked him the F out. And now you got Brian Bomac McIntyre on the last stand, basically giving a warning. And I'm just going to listen to this little quick part, and we going to react to it. But he basically sending it out like, hey, you better leave Bud alone. Let's check it out real quick.
If those two had fought, let's say after the Canelo fight, what would have happened in a fight like that?
You know what, man? I'm gonna stick with my guy, man. I'm gonna go with my guy because for the simple fact that one thing about our team, man, we love challenges, and if we put our mind to it and we set to it and that's what we want to do, we're gonna go out and get the win, take on the challenge. And with Bud, just look at his record, just look at his what he's accomplished in the sport. And those last couple fights has always been challenges, and being undisputed challenges, be 3-time undisputed challenges, either Fighter of the Year, ESPY Award, two or 3 times, man. Those are challenges, man, that people put in front of Bud, and if Bud put his mind to it, he gonna make it happen.
Stop right there. That's so true. I mean, as a team, you could tell they really strategize. They really work, because the strategies change from fight to fight. Bud fights guys according to what these guys bring to the table. He fought Spence a different way than he fought Sean Porter. You could see it. So this team is what they strategize, and they put it together. They put plans together, and you could tell it comes together. It works.
And he looks at his team to mentally, physically, and get him prepared for those type of challenges.
The team, you could tell they strategize.
Boots is supposed to say that because he's one of the guys at the top, but he can't touch Spud. And I'm sorry. I like him as a fighter. I like him as a person. Him, his whole team over there. But I'm just being real with him. His best thing is let the man stay in retirement and ride off in the sunset.
You hear that? It's best to let that man stay in retirement. Let him ride off into the sunset. You better leave that man alone. Bud is competitive. We just seen him in the gym working. He said he got touched up in sparring. He did some sparring. He said he got his ass whooped. So Bud he's active. And he's getting active. He's getting back in that gym. He's getting back in the feel of it. He's not going to get out of shape. So let's see. I don't know, but it's exciting, just the prospect of Bud possibly coming out of retirement and matching up with Boots. Now, you just saw that clip I played earlier with Bernie the boxer, stating that if it is going to be a fight, it's going to be at 160, 168. Bud is not 154. He's not going back down. So, if it is a fight, this is where that fight is going to be matching up. That was it for round 3. All we wanted to do was just do a quick reaction to that warning that Bomac gave out. We're very excited about the prospect of it. I don't want to get too far into it because we don't know if this is happening or not. Bud is up there in age. He is enjoying his retirement. And if he didn't come out of retirement, I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't be upset with it. I think he's had a stellar Hall of Fame, outstanding career, and he deserves to ride off into the sunset without coming back to fight anybody. He don't got nothing else to prove. But if he did, I would be in attendance, and you can bet on that. That's it for round 3, and we're going to move on. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Boxing and Bullish. I'm your host, Dev the Smoke. If you enjoyed this content, subscribe, comment, like, share. And to my homies in VA, we out this junk.